Hey, it's your boy Jay. I know, haven't done a video in a while. Sorry, folks. Been busy with this little thing called working a full-time job during the time of COVID. Um, Speaking of COVID, in the place that I work at, um, I'm sure everybody has now noticed that most establishments, businesses that you walk into, you requires mask. Now, employees have to wear a mask, and patrons who walk in and out, customers who walk in and out of the store, also have to wear a mask. However, some of you people out there in America believe that you don't have to wear a mask, that it's against your rights to wear a mask, that you can't breathe because you have asthma. You can't wear a mask. you, you people are funny. You see, I have to wear a mask at the job that I work at. The full-time job that I work at, I have to wear a mask. See, and as you can see, I am breathing completely fine while wearing my mask. And you see, another thing that I can do completely fine while wearing my mask is smoke while wearing my mask. So if I can get smoke in through my mask, it means I can breathe pretty well, right? Right. Now, another thing that a lot of people don't know about me is I suffer from RAD, restrictive airway disease. It basically means my lungs don't expand all the way like normal lungs are supposed to. Now, the odd thing about that is a lot of you people who have asthma say that you can't breathe. But with a restrictive airway disease, it's a lot worse. It's just like asthma, but it's a lot worse. And see, I can breathe fine with my mask on. I can breathe fine without my mask on. So you people who say you can't wear a mask because you can't breathe, because you have asthma, it's a bunch of bullshit. Now, the reason we have these masks, the reason we are being told to wear these masks, is to keep people safe, is to keep others safe. Even if you don't believe that you are going to get it, you might already have it and just might be asymptomatic. But see, the elderly and the young are very susceptible to getting this disease. It's like a flu that settles in your lungs, okay? And the problem is that the young have their lungs are still developing have trouble when they get this disease, and they have trouble dealing with this disease, and they have trouble getting through this disease. And those who are elderly, who have poor lung conditions to begin with, also suffer because if they get it, it's going to be a lot worse. It's just going to kill them straight out. And they also have other problems as well. So that just makes the disease worse for them. We're not telling you to do it to be against your rights. So what I don't understand here is why do people have such a hard time wearing masks? I mean, if you care about your grandmother, you'd wear a mask around her, right? Or do you want your grandmother to get it and die? Your newborn baby, you want your newborn baby to get it and die? So then, what makes you folks think it's okay to walk into a store that states clearly, that's the other problem I have, must wear mask to enter? Mask needed for entry. It's no different than the shirt, shoes, pants policy, but yet you folks feel fine having to be fully clothed when you walk into a store. So what's the problem with wearing a mask? Still don't understand that one because it's really there are words that I have that I will not say because I just don't want to waste the time. I mean, I get it, folks. I do. You know, why all the hoopla over something that is basically just a really bad pneumonia flu type thing? Well, it's because of how quickly it's spreading. It's because of how there's really no way to stop the spread, so we're trying to make it less spreadable. This is why we wear masks. This is why we have the 6 foot distance. Now, there's a lot of things that I believe, however, with this is a little bit overblown, blown out of proportion. A bunch of hoopla is like with the schools, with the kids going back to school and the guidelines that you have with the kids going back to school. I think those guidelines are a bunch of BS. Like, seriously, I'm sorry. How do you expect a kindergartner to wear a mask all day long and not be picking at it? Because every time they pick at it, you got to take the mask off, put a new one on. You might as well just buy them a box of like 200 per child in a kindergarten class, because that's all you're going to have, because the kids are going to want to play with the mask. And that's the other thing. As the grades go, like younger grades, you're going to have kids more wanting to play around and not pay attention. This is going to be a problem for the teachers. I mean, you thought it was a problem for us parents back when it first came out and they started closing down the schools mid-school year. Think about how these guidelines are going to be. I see, and I've actually heard a couple of people say this. I see before Thanksgiving break that they're going to tell all the parents that the kids are going to have to be taught at school because the teachers can't handle it. No one's following the guidelines. Blase, blase. No, I don't think that was the word I wanted to use, but whatever. So do your part, people, is basically what I'm saying here. I mean, it's nothing. I mean, we're all humans. We're all trying to help out here. You know, America is like really the only one that's not taking this seriously. And we've got a lot of congested areas. I mean, come on. Look around you. Look at what's going on in other cities, in other states. Let's do our part, people. I don't understand why we got to keep repeating this over and over again. It's like people don't want to listen. It's like people don't want to read. It's like people don't. They just want to do what the president is doing. The Great American Orange that we have sitting in the Great White House is basically acting like if we just forget about it, act like it don't exist, it'll go away. You people are funny. Yeah, let's wish that would actually happen. If we just sit here and act like COVID doesn't exist, it'll just go away. Can we do that with like racism too? Can we just act like racism doesn't exist? It'll just go away. Taxes? Can we act like taxes just don't exist? And it'll go away. Stupid people. Can we act less like stupid people don't exist and they'll go away? No. It'll never happen, people. This is real, okay? Just like taxes, just like stupid people, just like the Great American Orange, COVID is 100% real. It is a real thing, whether you want to believe it or not. So, yeah, let's do our part. Let's stay apart. Wear your mask. Don't be a tool. Yeah. Have a good one, folks.